everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Danielle, the American expat mom of 3 living in Germany. Today I've decided I want to talk a little bit about German dudes. I definitely do hope in the end this is semi-useful. I mean, I've only been with one German guy. However, you know, I have a lot of friends. We talk, women talk. Surprise, surprise. And this is just based off of a lot of feedback as well as, I guess, some acquaintance sort of experiences as well. I guess sort of the pros and the cons as well as how they compare to American guys, at least from my experience. From what I've heard from my friends and from my own personal experience is that German men tend to help out a lot more with the household. It doesn't really seem to be ingrained into their brain that they are incapable of things like dishwashing, vacuuming, cleaning, organizing, like helping prepare things. Now every couple is different, and I think it's important to find a balance of sort of chores to do. What I see a lot on Instagram from friends, etc., I just see a lot of women feeling like they're taking on the entire household load. Even if they are working moms, stay-at-home moms, whatever it is, you're just as equally busy. My friends with German husbands tend not to be the ones complaining about this topic. Next pro is catcalling is 100% less of an issue here, almost 100%. If I have ever been catcalled in Germany, it has not been by a German man. German guys tend to be quite a bit more modest in their approach with how they flirt. And this is quite funny because I would actually say that Germans are good at flirting. This is probably an unpopular opinion. I think I've heard other people say that they think that they're terrible at it. I'm definitely more comfortable with the way that German guys flirt compared to American guys or Italian guys or Spanish guys or French guys too. It's a lot more modest and subtle and funny and awkward. My personal preference, I prefer to be treated a little bit more modestly. Now this can be a little bit of a pro and a con because once you've been in a relationship for a long time, sometimes a little bit of forwardness is okay too. I feel like men in general tend to be like this for the most part, but I feel like German guys in particular really have this like need to feel like they are helping you and that they are fulfilling your needs. Something my friends and I have noticed is we feel that they are very intuitive. Overall with the pros, it just seems to me like German guys have been raised as gentlemen. Like there's just something really done right with the raising of boys, in my opinion, in Germany. At least in my opinion, this is what I like. But there are some cons, so let's get started. Okay, next is the German stare. We're going to talk about the German stare again. So this can be a pro and a con. The Germans in general, they have a staring tendency. It can be anywhere, absolutely anywhere. Like I said, I feel like they are very intuitive and they like to read up on people's energy and they want to know what they're dealing with. It can be very intense, especially at first. I feel like Americans, we tend to be a little bit more like talkative and just saying what we think the other person might want to hear, and we're using more body language, maybe a little bit less eye contact, especially at first. Germans, you are going to get this like deep peer into your soul to make sure that it's somebody they want to interact with. They usually say what's on their mind. You will always know where you stand, even quite early in a relationship. So first encounters with a German can be very intense. Sometimes it feels a little bit like you're being evaluated. Also though, I feel like because men in Germany are so much more modest, like I was saying, they kind of flirt that way. Like I feel like if they're interested in you, it's more intense eye contact versus like constantly looking down at your chest or trying to win you over with some cheesy line. From my experience, they want to get to know you and figure out what pleases you straight away. Okay, the last one is they can be just downright stubborn and difficult, and they think they're always right about everything, and they always think that they do everything the best way. I've already talked about this so many times, but Germans have a lot of pride in the way that they do things, and if you insult it or kind of mess around with it or try to mix it up, they get very easily offended by it. So all in all, if you want a guy who is a gentleman, who is honest, maybe too honest, but if you can handle it, you can handle it. You know if you can handle it or not. Someone who's less likely to play games with you, I think a German guy is something you could definitely handle, and it's definitely worth getting used to. If it hasn't already been made obvious, today is another day. My camera just stopped recording. I realized that as I was editing this. I'm like, there's no goodbye, and I can't just like leave without a goodbye. So here I am to say goodbye. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Sorry for the whiplash. And also, this is just like a compilation of data that I have compiled. Yeah, this is just a compilation of data that I have acquired from my girlfriends, and we have quite multicultural situations when it comes to our partners, and this is definitely the quirks that seem to be very German. And also, not all of these will apply to all of German men. I could just definitely say that American men are a lot more forward, and some people prefer that. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next time. Bye!